Hello everyone. I have gotten back into reading, so I have more videos for you. I was planning to do today to just go through the TBR that I have planned for March. It's very ambitious, so if I can get through half of the books on this pile here, I will be more than happy. I'm just about to finish my third book for February, so that kind of gives you if I can get through more than 3 books in March, I will be more than happy. And physical books. I haven't been really in the mood to listen to audiobooks lately, since I spent the entire year last year listening to the Animorphs on audio. I kind of, I think I burnt myself out just with the amount of audiobooks that I was listening to. So I have taken a little bit of a break and have just been solely focusing on physical books or ebooks. I do Libby as well quite a bit. But currently I am reading. I hope I can finish this in the next few days. I wanted to finish it by the end of February, but it's me. I'm not a crazy fast reader. And I work full time, so I'm doing the best I can. I've been reading Babel from my library and I'm about halfway through. I'm quite enjoying it so far. I don't have many negatives to say about it. There is some things that I found a bit predictable, and I don't think they were meant to be predictable. Like plot twists, I guess. I found them quite obvious, and I don't think they were meant to be obvious, but overall, I'm enjoying it. So we'll see how the second half of the book goes. So once I finish that, I really need to get back into this book, and I want to get through the series with this one. Although I'm not in a crazy hurry, since now that I know, I think it's 6 years before the next one is going to come out, which is the Stormlight Archive. So I'm about 550 pages, I think. I'm basically at the end of book 2. Through Oathbringer, and I don't know, I just wasn't really feeling it. Was just too much, too heavy. It's a very dense, a lot of info in these books, so I've been reading a lot lighter, like Animorphs. They're very quick, easy reads. I just needed light stuff to get through. Kind of helped with my reading slump. I want to get through this. I will be more than happy if I can just finish this in March because of how fast I read. We're hoping that I can increase my reading with these videos. They're giving me the gumption to read more. I have so many ideas for videos planned that I want to do, so I really want to get my reading. I want to get my daily page count up, and the last week or so I've been doing pretty good, so I have hope for this. So then once I get this finished, the other thing that I need to get through is, I think I mentioned before, I have a friend who loaned me, I think 9 books 2 years ago, so in 2023. He gave me The 3 Body Problem, which I read all 3, the whole trilogy. Loved them. They were my favorite books of 2023. And then he had given me the Mistborn Era 2. He thought he gave me Mistborn Era 1, so I did read the first trilogy. But now I need to read the second trilogy, because I want to give these books back to him. I feel so bad that I've had them for so long. They've just been staring at me from my bookshelf. But there's so many other books that I want to read. Trying to stick with one book is getting really hard for me. I tend to do this a lot with my books, and to actually stay focused and finish one is kind of hard for me. So that's another reason why I want to do these videos, because I find they help me stay focused on what I want to read. I've been reading solely Babel for the last week. Usually I'm, switching between 3-4 books, so I find these videos are quite a big help for me in that regard. So that's the 3. The other 3 that I have is another trilogy that he gave me, and it's the Brent Weeks, The Night Angel trilogy. The first one is The Way of Shadows. I've never read this author before either. No idea. I'm going off of my friend's recommendation. He said I would like this, so we'll see what happens with that. And then I can give my friend his books back, and I won't feel guilty anymore for having someone else's books for so long, because I personally do not lend people books anymore, because I don't know how many I've lent over the years and I've never gotten them back, so I don't lend books anymore. And then next, the book that I want to read next is, I am part of a book challenge. It's called the 52 Book Challenge, where you read 1 book a week and there's different prompts. like there's 52 different prompts, and the prompt that I want to get through is the author's last name is also a first name. And while I think a lot of people won't consider this to be a first name, which is Brennan, that is my brother's name. So I thought that would be a good one to do for that. And I've been wanting to read this book for a while. I bought it over a year ago at this point, now that I'm thinking of it. Oh my gosh. I took a trip to Toronto, and there's a really good sci-fi fantasy bookstore there. I believe it's called Bakka-Phoenix. And I bought like, I don't know, a whole ton of books there. And then, because I was there to watch a artist, a bassoonist that I really enjoy. So while I was waiting for the concert to begin, I started reading this one. Like, I think I got about 25 pages in, and then I just never got back to it. So that tends to be how books go for me. I start and then I just don't continue. I switch to something else. But then the other book that I want to get to is, I have so many classics on my shelf that I have not read. Yeah, the overall theme for this year is I don't want to buy any books. I want to try and read as much books on my shelf that I can this year. The other day I got really into reorganizing my bookshelves because they were just a hot mess. I need my bookshelves to be organized by author last name alphabetically, otherwise I go insane. I need to be able to locate books quickly and like know where they are. I've seen some booktubers that have, they'll separate it by like genre for instance, but for me personally, that would drive me nuts. I need to be able to just know where the book is, and for me that way is by author last name alphabetically. It's so easy to find that way. I mean, it's how libraries are set up. So any other way, I tried once. I had a roommate. We arranged our books by color. Oh my God, I was not happy. But I'm non-confrontational, so I was like, oh yeah, this is fun. This is nice. And inside I was dying. They need to be organized alphabetically. But anyways, so yes, I have so many books that I have not read on my shelves because I just haven't had the reading bug. I've been in such a reading slump the last few years. I really got back into it like 2 years ago. Yeah. And yeah, so the other day when I was reorganizing my bookshelves, I counted all the books that I have, and I counted how many that are unread. And yeah, it was a lot. I have 299 books, and I have read 84 of them. So I think I did the percentage. I've read 27% of my books. And I went through that whole phase growing up where I'm like, oh, I'm an adult now. I need to read adult books. So I only read literary fiction and classics. So my bookshelf is a ton of those. So yeah, I decided, because I've seen people recently raving about it, I have this one right here, John Steinbeck's East of Eden. People say it's absolutely amazing, so I really want to get to this. I remember we had to read Of Mice and Men in elementary school? No, I think it was elementary school we had to read it. And then we watched the movie, and that was very intense to read for elementary school, but I do enjoy, like, it's a heart-wrenching story, so seeing as I liked Of Mice and Men, I will probably enjoy this. And yeah, I could keep adding more and more books onto my TBR, but I know realistically I'm not going to get through all of them. Like, I went through, 6, 7, 8, 9. I went through 10 books with you here. If I can read 10 books in March, I will be ecstatic, because I have thought of many video ideas that I want to do, and it involves reading a lot of books. So I have plenty to get through. So I'm going to wrap this video up, and I'm gonna go read now. So thank you for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you at the next one.